this video, I'm going to show you how to make acrylic skins from leftover paint on your palette paper. These acrylic skins can be saved and used kind of like collage material to be cut and embedded in paintings or make small cards. Here are some examples. So this is a chunk of paint, an acrylic skin off of my palette that I just cut out and then added some gold and silver foil to. Here's another collage with small bits of paint embedded throughout, and another small card with, here's the acrylic skin up here, and it just randomly looked like mountains. Okay, here is an acrylic skin that I made. When you flip it over, it looks quite different on either side. So let's get started. Here is a palette with leftover paint. There are some gaps, so I'm going to fill that in with some more acrylic paint, let that dry. Then I'm going to add some heavy body gel medium, let that dry, and then peel it off. These skins can be saved between either your palette paper or a sandwich paper and stored for future use. Okay, so I got these fabric paints and I wasn't too thrilled with them, so I'm just going to use these up. I'm going to squeeze them in the empty spaces, and you could use a palette knife or a squeegee to spread that out. And this is something that's nice to do if you want to get your hands on paint, but you don't really have the time to commit to doing a whole painting. You can use your leftover palettes to do this. You can use maybe leftover paint that you're not so thrilled with. And it's going to look different on either side. The other side will be smooth, and this one obviously more textured. Okay, so I am going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and I will add the layer of gloss gel. You want it to be thick enough so you can peel it off in one sheet if possible. Okay, so my paint is mostly dry, so now I'm going to add a layer of heavy matte gel and then let that dry. I want to get this on as smoothly as possible. You can also use Mod Podge, but I just find it's structurally, it's a little bit thinner, and so there's more of a tendency for your acrylic skins to rip, whereas the gel is, thicker structurally. Okay, so I'll put that on. Okay, so now I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and I'll peel it up from the surface and show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm back and the gel has dried, and now I'm going to slowly peel up this acrylic skin. It's going to look different on the other side, and it's going to be smooth. Has not completely dried some of that paint. Okay, so here is an acrylic skin, and I can cut out sections of interest and embed them in other paintings or use them in collage cards. And I've got this side and I've got this side. And each time I finish painting on a palette, if there's leftover paint, it's kind of fun to make these, and then I can store them for future use. Okay.